What's the last, let's say, 30 days been like, combine to today, where you kind of go from an unheralded quarterback amongst most people to he's getting better, he's getting better. You haven't played a game in months, and yet it seems like people are thinking of you in a higher regard in the last month and a half.
Yeah, I mean, definitely more people just seeing me throw in person, coaches getting me on that board and seeing my knowledge and how I've picked up information has definitely helped out a ton. And then just the media just really getting it in and really watching me play and watching my film and not just putting me as that air raid quarterback. They're actually seeing everything I do and understanding how much control I had of that offense. I feel like all of that has kind of helped me boost more and more up the draft boards.
And then on one of those pro days, you threw the ball, 78 yards?
Yeah.
Were you just showing off, or what were you doing?
No, I was trying to make it kind of that Hail Mary, Aaron Rodgers type thing, saying if like to kick the field goal with 13 seconds left and we're down 2 now, we can throw one pass for 5 yards and I can get to the end zone.
Look at that. So you threw the ball. It was a legit 78?
Yeah, he caught it at 78. I think it would have landed about 80. But I mean, I wanted to throw it like 85, but it was a little wobbly coming out of the hand.
What's the I'm sure just in college you mess around every now and then. What's the longest you've ever thrown the ball?
I think it was like 83 yards, but I thought I was feeling good that day. I thought I could get it to 85, but it didn't come out right.
I bet you in a real game you could probably throw it 85 yards just because you're so jacked up and everything.
Exactly.
Right. So I think you could probably do that. The interesting thing is that tell me the story about what you had all these guys at Texas Tech, right? At quarterbacks. You had Baker Mayfield was there. The kid Dobbs was there, right?
No. It was so we had Baker Mayfield, Davis Webb, and Michael Brewer.
That's right. Okay, you had all you guys there, and you're the one that ended up staying there.
Yeah. So I committed there, and there was, like I said, Baker Mayfield, Davis Webb, and Michael Brewer. And so Michael Brewer ended up transferring, going to Virginia Tech, and starting for 2 years. Baker Mayfield, I mean, you can see what he does in his Heisman races that he's been in. And then you have Davis Webb, who I went in there with, and it was kind of me and him in the room, and he was a starter. And he ended up getting injured one game. I came in the game. And then later on the season, I came in again, and I finished out the rest of the season. And then we got to compete for the spot in that spring, and I won the job. He's a great quarterback. I knew he was going to be in this situation as well, with him about to get drafted as well pretty high. And it was just something where two good quarterbacks from the same spot, and I just came out on top.
He basically scared all these kids away from Texas.
Yeah. That's called being confident. And then, I always wonder if that's legitimate. Like, your coach gave you a legitimate chance to win the job, and that was real.
Yeah, he put us out there, and he gave us both equal one reps, and he said pretty much whoever plays the best in the spring wins the job.
See, that doesn't happen all the time. A lot of times you have a guy that he's the incumbent #1, and he's the #1 guy, and you wouldn't have gotten a crack. So you went to the right school.
Yeah, but his coach was a former quarterback himself.
Yes, sir.
Cliff Kingsbury.
Don't know.
Now, he's a little out there.
Yeah.
I mean, he does things a little bit against the grain, if you will, right? I mean, he's a pretty polished guy, but he's also I guess he's a great promoter of Texas Tech football is really what he is. And you actually went into the right system with the right guy as your head coach.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I went there, was because I knew how great offensively minded Coach Kingsbury was, and how he was going to fix me and try to help restrain me a little bit, but at the same time let me play. And so he did that to the perfect amount, where he was kind of bringing me back a little bit, trying to perfect me a little bit, but at the same time let me do the stuff that got me there.
Now, were you a great athlete from like 5 years old on?
Yeah, I mean, it was more that I was around sports since I've been born. My dad played professional baseball.
Your dad played for the Mets, actually.
Played for the Mets, so
I think your dad was 8-0 at one point.
Yeah, no, he talks about it all the time. Don't worry.
He got us into the playoffs that year.
Hold on. So that's great. He talks about that. I was 8-0, son. I can still strike you out.
Yeah, exactly.
So you grew up in a family where your dad's a professional athlete. So obviously DNA-wise, there's something there. But I ask guys all the time, was there an age where you knew as a kid, and you're still a kid, but when you were like 7 or 8, where you could just do things other kids couldn't do?
Yeah, I think I was like 6. Like I was 5 or 6, and at the time I was like on the BP field, like catching fly balls. And I look at my little sister now, who's 5, and I'm like, why were they even letting me out there?
Right.
But I was out there like at shortstop taking ground balls, we're hitting BP, and I just understood stuff way faster. And when I remember I went back to play T-ball, even though I'd been hitting pretty much kid pitch my whole life. And so I went back to play T-ball, and I was playing shortstop with some older kids, and they gave me a ground ball, and I threw just a bullet over there thinking that's what we do with T-ball, but I guess everybody else can't catch. So I hit the kid right in the glasses and broke his glasses.